Thank you for joining me. I'm going to show you 2 easy but very impressive recipes that you can do on your backyard barbecue this summer to impress your friends and family and have a great time doing it. We're going to be doing some live fire cooking of some great Australian lobster tails. We're going to do indirect cooking on a wonderful pistachio crusted rack of lamb. One of the things I like to consider when I'm planning barbecue for my friends and family is a dish that's going to look amazing, taste amazing, and incorporate all the flavours of the barbecue. These great Australian lobster tails that we're going to live fire grill are the perfect companion. When live fire grilling lobsters, I like to pull the flesh out of the shell. The first thing to consider is splitting down the spine, being very, very careful not to tear the flesh, getting your fingers in, pulling the flesh out, and sitting it on top of that shell. That's going to maximise the amount of grill exposure it has, infuse those flavours, and be a very impressive dish. The next thing we want to do is we want to melt down the butter compound. We're going to use this as a base over our lobster while it's over those open flames. That's going to keep that flesh moist. It's going to be a very impressive dish, and your friends and family are going to love it. On a high heat, we're going to grill our lobster tails flesh side down for about 2 minutes. After that time, we're going to flip them over, continually baste with that butter compound until they reach an internal temperature of 55 degrees. And here, the finished lobster tail with that smoked butter compound. We do like to finish them with freshly grilled lemons, really for that acidity, and looks beautiful on the plate. Barbecuing for me is entertaining friends and family with smoking, live fire cooking, and infusing food with wonderful Australian wood flavours. An impressive way to use all the features and functions of your barbecue is this amazing pistachio crust lamb rack. The first thing we want to do with this lamb rack is remove that hard layer of fat on top, also known as the fat cap. This is going to allow the flavours that we're going to infuse into that rack really to shine through. Next, covering the rack with salt, we're going to sear that rack in a frying pan using the side burner of the barbecue, really just to lock in that flavour on the outside. Next, with our honey mustard base, we're going to cover that lamb rack really to give that glue to the pistachios so they don't fall off during the cooking process. With our pistachio crumb base laid out on a chopping board, we're going to roll that lamb rack really just to cover the entire thing in that perfect crust. Using the indirect cooking method, we're going to place our lamb on our grill with the hood down for 15 to 20 minutes or until we hit an internal temperature of 50 to 52 degrees Celsius. And here is the finished lamb rack. It's got that wonderful golden pistachio crumb crust, and it's also been sliced into 2 bones. It's going to keep your guests happy. Everyone's going to love it. Thanks for joining me. Be sure to head to our website to check out the full recipes. See you next time.